Right on target. Hey guys, it's Amber here with Grip It Girl Golf. Thanks for joining me. We have a great lesson on aim and alignment so that we can hit that target that we have picked out. So one thing I want to stress is that a lot of times when we don't aim properly or we're not lined up, we're really not going to hit the ball where we need it to go. So it's going to add more shots to your round and make it a little frustrating. So a great way to combat that is just make sure you're set up on every shot. So we'll go through a quick way to set up on the driving range and then also to take it back onto the golf course. So first, a misconception is a lot of beginners like to aim their feet towards the target. So I kind of want to show you what that looks like. Now, if my target is at 50-yard marker and my feet are aimed directly at the 50-yard marker, you can see that my ball is going to go way right. So this is my foot line and this is my target line where the ball is, and that ball is going way right. So we have to transition that all over to the left. If I'm aiming at a 50-yard marker with my ball now, and my feet are going to be set up to the left of your target to get there. So it's like, you can imagine a railroad track. The ball's going down one side and the feet are going down the other. And so you can keep that in mind when you're setting up and create that railroad track, imaginary railroad track on every shot. So for reference, you want your body, your hips, and your feet parallel to your target line, going left of your target to make sure you're more on track. So I have an alignment stick down. A golf club works just as well, and what it does is it just helps give me a reference point on the driving range. So I want to stress using some sort of golf club or alignment stick every time you're on the driving range to make sure you're lining up correctly. Because when you're just hitting balls, sometimes your body starts doing weird things, your eyes start seeing things a little differently and they get skewed, so you might be hitting it in the wrong spot thinking it's your swing when really it's your alignment. So this keeps you down the center line, making sure that part of your swing is correct. So what we do is we set up our line. First, we put our ball out there, and then we go behind our ball and we find our target. So my target is that 50-yard, 100-yard marker out there. So when I get down, I can see that my alignment stick is just left of that imaginary line I've created. So a great thing to do when you're first starting out is go ahead and put a club down, double check where everything's going. Club's going towards my target, alignment stick is just parallel, I'm good to go. So the next thing you want to do, because this is going to help you practice on the golf course, is put something down in front of your ball that you need your club to go over to make sure you're going on your target line. So you line up, you find your line, and then you'll pick a spot about 2-3 feet in front of your ball, and you're going to use that as a reference point. It brings your target line a lot smaller, so it's a lot easier to see, a lot easier for your brain to comprehend. But also, when you do your half swing drill, you can take it back and through, and make sure when you come through, you're coming towards and up and over that marker. So it's keeping you on that target line. It's just a nice reference point for when you're practicing. And so then we'll kind of set up our ball. And then what we're going to do is set the club up. We're ready to start hitting the ball. So you want that imaginary line to be coming through your golf club. And your golf club should be squared to the target. That means straight at it, flat on the floor, straight towards your target. So an open club is going to look like this. And it goes way right. You can see how that's opening up. If we put the alignment stick down, this is the direction your ball is going. So we close it way left. That's the direction your ball is going to be going. So in order to make sure we're hitting it straight or where we want it to go, we need to make sure that club face is square. Then we have a reference point, which is our alignment stick. We have this set up, and you're going to start with your feet together and step out. Check your alignment. or check your ball position. We have a great video if you're unsure where the ball should be positioned for each club. I have an 8-iron, so that should be right in the middle of my stance where my sternum line is. Then just do a quick check at your feet. You know, those are parallel. Great. Hips parallel. Shoulders parallel to this foot line, which should be left, if I look out, it's left of my target. Perfect. So we don't want to see this right at your target. What's going to happen? That's going to affect the way the ball goes. Left of your target. You can see these lines creating a new path for the ball to travel in. So when we want that to go in one straight line, this is where we need it to be. Now let's take a swing, and we want to make sure to come over this T, this intermediate target. So it's your smaller target. Your brain can see it, way more comprehensible. Okay, perfect, right on target. So now, this is what we do around the driving range. And I want to really stress trying to do this every time you go out to practice and really get that alignment in sync with what you're doing and your swing. Now next, we're going to take all this fun stuff away. We're going to take ourselves to the golf course. So, what do we do on the golf course? We align as well. This is so crucial because an unaligned shot is not going where you want it to go. I don't care how much you pray and wish and hope. We really need to put in the work to start it out on the correct line to really increase the accuracy of our irons and our driver and our wedges. So what we're going to do is we start behind the ball and we create an imaginary line to our target, that 50-yard marker. So then we pick a spot, an intermediate line in that target line. So I can pick, there's a divot right here, a small one. I'll kind of move this, guys, so you can see. This is my spot. Okay, so as you're first implementing this, feel free to take the time to do it until it becomes really quick. So over time, it becomes a really fast process, but go through the steps and take the extra time you need. It's really going to help you improve your golf game and also your confidence, which is great. So we can set that up. So then I'm going to step up to the ball with my intermediate line. I'm going to put my club face down, and I'm going to create that line coming right towards my club face. So that is one little line. If I look up, it goes and extends out to my target line. But right now, I'm only focused on this little line. Club face is square, feet are together. Go ahead and step out with that left and right foot. Quick check on the ball position. And then you can go ahead and check your feet, especially as you first start to do this. Put this down. Okay, so that creates a parallel line from here. There we go. See? You sometimes need to adjust. Parallel line to my target. Perfect. Take that up to your hips. Parallel, shoulder. Parallel, left of that target when I look out. That line should be left of your target. So then we're ready to go. So now it's the fun part. We get to hit the ball. So we got to trust this process, let go, focus on where you want to hit the ball, focus on this small portion. Your brain is really able to comprehend, and when you give it something very specific to focus on, it does a lot better job of committing that task or performing that task. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a try. Perfect, right on target. So that's what you want to try to implement during the driving range practice. Really get that aim and alignment honed in, and then take it with you to the golf course and make sure you're lining up for every shot. So happy practicing, happy playing, and we'll see you on our next video. Thanks, guys.